Welcome to another video. After a 1 month absence, I am back. I have been looking at politics, I've been reading books, and guess what? This Tara Reade thing is good news. Good news to who? The Republicans? Well, guess not. Why? Well, if you don't know already, Tara Reade is a past middle-aged, fat old lady, but back then she was decently good looking, and matter of fact, while she was in her 20s, back in 1992-93, she was a staffer for the relevant senator at the time, Joe Biden. 1988 Democratic primary, complete failure of a candidate then. Uh, so he was not very notable, but this woman looked up to him for whatever reason, and when looking at the story, now a lot of people cover the story of Tara Reade without listening to that 1 hour interview she had with that woman on SoundCloud, and I know that for instance, I know more about this than a lot of people, okay? I follow the coverage all the time, and in terms of Tara Reade's case, it was about how Joe Biden basically put her against the wall, fingered her, and then said, "Oh, I don't care about you. You're nothing. This never happened." So that's what she's accusing him of. And you know what? Is she lying? I don't think so. People say women lie. In this case, not about all of it. Joe Biden, especially with this guy, it seems as if even if you are falsely accusing him of something, people already assume that you're being honest simply because of the fact that he's been a perv around women of all ages and in front of everybody, really. And it goes to show, if he's willing to make girls uncomfortable on stage next to the president of the United States at the time, what makes you believe that he wouldn't act that way, if not worse, in front of nobody in some office in a Senate building? So let's go on to talk about this topic. People say at the same time that, well, Joe Biden said to believe all women, and this is a common criticism from the right. But let's also include that the left criticizes Biden at every step, but the right, more especially. You think we should be hammering this guy over rape accusations or whatever it is, but honestly, let's be principled. Do we believe all women as Republicans? No, we don't. Do we go off of evidence? Right, correct. Is Alyssa Milano correct in supporting Biden? Is she a hypocrite? Yes, of course. But are people to be taken so seriously as to be believed without evidence? No. So since when were we the left? That's what Republicans need to ask themselves. Also, when you read the 48 Rules of Power, nowhere does it say, of course, that, you hit your enemy while they're down. Look, we're supposed to give Joe Biden enough rope to play himself and choke himself. That's the point. Why are we stepping into something that is a feminist talking point? Why are we backing up sexual assault accusee from Biden when the left is already doing that for her? Let the neoliberals look corrupt to the Bernie bros and let them not vote for Joe Biden in November. Why are Republicans denigrating and hurting Joe Biden when it makes them look like the primary aggressors, when in reality it should be the women and it should be the leftists that are purity testing Biden? Why are Republicans butting in a topic that they clearly do not have the wits to go around the right way? When you look at the way that people have been responding, it has been that Joe Biden is a pervert, that he has been bad to women, that he has been a hypocrite on women. That's what you should be illustrating. Nor should Republicans be saying that, wow, I believe a woman this time. Damn, that woman was right. No, we don't have that evidence to say that it happened. I think it did happen, but I'm just guessing. This is complete BS. Why would we give credence to a woman without actual proof? We do have probable cause, we do have circumstantial evidence, but it is not concrete that he actually did it, and God knows that he has dementia, so we could have forgotten it by now, right? But anyway, let's talk about this seriously. People that have done sexual assault are going to lie about it, so Biden's not a good source. Tara Reade's not a good source, only because she is biased. She resents the guy if he did actually molest her. So in that case, what do we have on this case? Something that the Democrats should be focusing on, not Republicans. Republicans are not unified against Biden insofar as the sexual assault thing is concerned. You have people that are supposed paleoconservatives like Nick Fuentes, who makes a good point that, you know, we shouldn't be giving into the left, you know, you are racist, so what am I? We shouldn't be saying and working under the pretense of that guy sexually assaulted. He is not pro woman, but Republicans are pro woman. Last time I checked, no, they're not. Not really in the grand scheme of things. So if people perceive Republicans as not pro women, if people perceive Republicans as being racist or something, why are you then saying, oh, those Democrats are real racist? Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna change from Biden to the GOP, I think, if they're saying, well, Joe Biden molested somebody, so I'm just going to completely change my voting record. Of course not. It is to say Joe Biden as a man is flawed, so I'm not voting, or I'm voting against Joe Biden, but not because of the Republicans being a great moral arbiter. And let's not forget who is our nominee. It is Donald Trump. Donald Trump, who has been sexually tainted, whether it was his fault or not. The perception is that he is a pervert himself, and not as bad as Biden, but at the same time, people have accused him of rape, and that is not something that a person like Bernie Sanders has been accused of, really. So let's leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let Tara Reade, if she's right, prove that Joe Biden had sexually assaulted her, or at the very least that she filed a complaint before Joe Biden was running for president for the third time. And let's see how that gets sorted out. Republicans, please stay out of this. You do not know what you're doing. This is a field mine, and it's a precedent. Now, when the Republicans, like for example Roy Moore or another Republican, does something that's sexually questionable or is accused of doing something like that, the left will pounce on us like nobody's business. Let's stay out of this one. We'll say, believe women that have facts and leave it alone. Why are we getting into something like this? This won't be decisive in the election at all. It'll just hurt his character. And speaking of him, it is Biden. This will hurt Biden's character, not Trump's. Leave Trump out of it. Trump has a tainted record already with women. Even if he did not abuse of a woman, even if he is not that much of a pervert compared to Biden, people think about it anyway in the left. So if a Republican that supports Trump says this about sexual morality and so about Biden, they're going to say, well, Donald Trump's a rapist or something like that, hypothetically. So stay out of it. The authority is upon the leftist purity people that will purity test Biden over his record on women, and they themselves will look and see if he is really not solid for 2020 as the nominee. Now, if we were to look at the inverse in 2015 and 16, Donald Trump got attacked from the left and from the right, and the people in the core base of Donald Trump said, if everybody's hating on him, then he must be doing something right. If the establishment hates him, it means he is not establishment. That is how he got his fanatic support, how he has such a big base. It's because people say, well, at least he is a middle finger to the establishment. At least the people, the globalists, the elites, the swamp, those people hate our guy. Okay? With Joe Biden, if people that look at Joe Biden that are considering voting him, independents and Democrats, say, Donald Trump told me that Joe Biden's a pervert. Do they care? Do they think that Donald Trump's a legitimate president? No, they don't. Do they think that Donald Trump is a good representative of these United States? No, they don't think so. Personally, I believe that Republicans simply do not have the authority to cast upon the moral arbiter, Donald Trump, upon Biden's legacy. Of course, leftists are not going to take people seriously like that. Leftists need to do it on their own. People within Donald Trump's base that question him, get him into that purity test. It's not the leftist. If CNN says something bad about Trump, do you think a Trump supporter is going to change his mind? Of course not. If Fox News says something bad about Biden, is a Democrat going to change their mind? I don't think so. But if a Democrat says something bad about Biden, will they change their mind? Yes, probably they're more susceptible to doing so. So, guys, I think I've made my point in this video. I hope that it wasn't too repetitive, but I really got to hammer this home. This is very important insofar as politics goes. Precedents do matter. You know, sexual assault is no joke, but we do need evidence. Men should not lose their career over some women that is opportunistic, that does not have good proof. Okay? I stand with Biden until it is proven that he is indeed a sexual assault felon. Until then, thank you for watching the video, and like and subscribe. Comment down below what your opinion is on this.